Welcome back. I'm Good Jesse, and this is my playthrough of Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. And today I'm going to be playing through Quest 3 in Pursuit. This is the campaign that comes in the box. And let's get to it. The town of Champf is in a furor. The recent troubles have been revealed to be part of some grand conspiracy. In response, the town priest has ordered the burning of a dozen heretical pamphlets and their authors. There are some, however, who believe that more proactive steps must be taken to protect the town. Champf's inquiries with nearby dwarf holds have turned up a white-bearded ranger by the name of Rogim. He identifies Snack Craggle as a mid-ranking orc boss. "More cunning than most greenskins," the old dwarf says. "I've chased him for years, but never caught him. May you have better luck." Following his guidance, you find Snack Craggle near an abandoned dwarf fortress in the mountains. The orc promptly flees, bellowing, "Come and get me, you pansies!" That's what happened. Now, this time, I'm going to preemptively read this little one thin line of text here, because it's been detrimental before. The party cannot travel during the location phase. See the green peril effect below. I will. If the location is not fully explored, Snack Crackle escapes, and you lose. If the location is fully explored, the party travels. Okay, so this is a speed run. We have a very limited time to explore. This is the Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game I remember. I don't know if I've ever beaten this one, but I seem to be handling it pretty alright. So let's get in, let's have some fun. Rusted Dungeons Lair. This place reeks of dried blood and rust, but the cold iron bars of this abandoned prison remain solid. At the end of the location phase, the party may collectively discard 2 progress tokens to discard the lowest ranked non-nemesis enemy in play. We need 9 progress to move past this location. By the way, we're on tier 2 locations now. We're getting into less familiar territory for me. Let's spawn some enemies, shall we? Starting with the Torchbearer. 4 engaged. We got level 1 Clan Rats Elite. Level 3 Goblin Shaman Green Skin. Level 2 Giant Wolf. And a level 1 Clan Rat. Double Clan Rats. Alright, let's quest. I love this game. Starting off with our Warrior Priest. We upgraded his attack last time. These guys both have a resilience of 1. This guy heals all enemies when he activates. He's got a resilience of 1 and 4 hit points. That is some wicked art on there. Oh, and of course Snack Craggle, what does he do? The Nemesis effect is either discard 1 progress from the location or suffer 2 wounds. Nasty. And then let's see, inflict alarm retreat. Apply +1 to this enemy's resilience for each other ready enemy in play. So he uses them as like shields. Alarm, you may either discard 2 progress from the location or spawn 1 exhausted enemy. Wow. Okay. Ramping up the difficulty. I also need to set up my life tokens here. Yeah, it looks like we have the whole time to defeat him. So we want to stay laser focused on the exploration aspect. And 9 is a heavy toll to start with. I'm going to start by exploring 2 enemy dice. Ouch, they both attack. 2 and 1, so we can block 1 damage and we'll take 2 wounds. So I'm removing 2 wound tokens. Puts us at 19. And only 1 progress. Here, I'm going to put this right here so it's on camera. That was pretty nasty. Oh, draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. I will. Now we're talking. Sometimes when there's a big stack of random cards, actually I do this in pretty much all my Warhammer Quest games now, when every expedition we're supposed to shuffle and redraw cards, a lot of times I'll just set the previous stack aside and draw right off at the top of the previously shuffled, unexplored deck, just to keep, it actually helps the immersion of it being a new location. When you draw the same card over and over again, for me, it takes me out of the immersion. Item, Forbidden Tome. You may discard this card after a hero's activation and suffer 2 wounds to add 3 progress to the location. Well, that sounds like Kismet. I'm going to do that right now. Discards after hero's activation. So I took the 2 wounds. And I will add 3 progress to the location. Oh, I could have used my shield, but then I would have no progress. Nevertheless. Okay, that's what we did. So flip that over, signifying that he gets 1 more activation. Now, Bright Wizard. She has a ranged attack. She can target 2 enemies. I'm going to use Flamestorm. I'm going to target the Goblin Shaman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 needed. And this weaker of the clan rats. Okay, so I'm going to roll 1 enemy die for the Goblin Shaman since we're engaged. And 3 attack dice. 2 crits. Okay, that's 2 successes. Rerolling. Not very much in the way of attack. Okay, so 2 incoming damage from the Goblin Shaman. And we rolled 2 shields, so that's negated. And that leaves 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do all 3 to the Goblin Shaman. So he has a resilience of 1. He'll only take 2 wounds. I really like how the resilience works in this game. Ironbreaker, you're up. You may engage up to 2 enemies. 2 attack dice. And you may target 2 enemies. Or we can explore. Now it cuts both ways with the exploration. Oh, forgot to put the tracker on. We're at 4. We want to explore fast, but if we explore so fast, we'll take all these enemies with us. I think for now, he's going to attack. So he may engage up to 2 enemies. I'm going to engage this one, because I don't like him. I'm going to attack both these guys. And rolling 2 enemy dice and 2 attack dice. 2 successes, 1 incoming attack for 2 damage. Darn. I think I'm just gonna put it into the wolf. Back to the warrior priest. You may engage up to 1. You may engage 1 enemy. Course action may exhaust another action to target 1 additional enemy and apply 1 success. Okay, so he's gonna do an attack, Soulfire. May engage 1 enemy. Once again, I'm gonna pull this guy over here. I guess I don't need to worry about him recovering wounds too much if they don't have it, but he's got my attention, so let's finish this. And then I'm going to exhaust another action to add 1 success and 1 shield. Then I also have the iron shield if I need it. He rolls 3 attack dice and I'm engaged with 3 enemies. And I can target 2 of them. I'm going to do these 2. The outside ones. Ouch. All 3 enemies attack. I've got 2 + 1 shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 incoming damage. That would be 3. I only got 2 + 1 successes. 3. 1, 2, 3. And I need all 3 of them to take out the Goblin Shaman. So I'm not going to use my shield. We're hurting. But let's do that again. So 5 incoming damage, minus 2 + 1, 3. So he'll take 2 wounds. 1, 2, 3 damage to distribute. 1 resilience plus 2 is 2 more, taking him to 4 wounds, and the shaman is dead, finally. That's what you get. That's what I get. Alright, he's at 15, 14, and 16. Now we start the enemy phase. Starting with the warrior priest, he has to activate, the characters have to activate starting with if they're engaged with anyone. So we'll activate this clan rat, advance, inflict 2 wounds. Jeez. Bright wizard, so she has to go to the shadows. Inflict 1 wound. Alarm. You may either discard 2 progress from the location or spawn 1 exhausted enemy. So we're going to spawn 1 exhausted enemy, the torchbearer, and it's another Goblin Shaman, the exact one that just soaked up all that damage a moment ago. Let's do this. That's funny. Well, lesson learned. These are just a distraction here. But they're gonna super pile up. This is a hard one. Wow. Okay. And then retreat. Ironbreaker. Giant wolf. Lacerate. If this enemy is engaged with you, become bleeding. They're taking us down a notch for sure. Prey. This enemy engages the hero with the most wounds. 16, 13. So he's already there. And then inflict on top of it 2 wounds. Nasty. We're still not done. Clan rat. Advance. Inflict another wound. I hope we don't get wiped out here. That's the end of the enemy phase. So then all of the enemies ready. Now we're on to the location phase. At the end of the location phase, the party may collectively discard 2 successes to discard the lowest ranked non-nemesis enemy in play. That would have came in handy, but we didn't do that. So note to self, get some aid going on. That's going to be super helpful if we can play into it. Although we only have 1 round left to get through. We can't use it next round because before the end of the location phase, we need to have traveled or else we lose. Oh wait, no, we can use it because it doesn't automatically travel until the next phase on this particular quest. Nevertheless, that probably doesn't make too much sense, but it will. So we move up the peril tracker, it's still on a blank space. So we have until the next peril phase to have 9 exploration on here. And then with torchbearer changes. Starting with the Bright Wizard. Okay, I'm gonna do aid, I think. First, her Oaken Circlet is gonna restore 1 wound. Aid, the Iron Breaker. Three. Explore and rest. The target hero may ready 1 action. Okay, we're good. It's the end of her activation. You cannot receive conditions. The Night Cloak, forgot about that. Also, he has the Hand Axe. Okay, note to self, review your gear. Okay, so definitely need to explore. So I'll deal with the damage there. Explore, gonna use his 2 successes into the pool. He has a 3 explore plus 1 attack dice for the giant wolf. Nice. Wolf misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That brings us up to 9. You can't have, it would be 10, but you can't exceed the location number. Draw 1 dungeon card. Either resolve it or put it on the bottom of the dungeon deck. Flies of Nurgle. Flat black flies swarm in the air above you. As they land on your skin and clothes, a vile stench turns your stomach and makes your flesh crawl. You may become sickened to choose 1 hero. Each enemy engaged with that hero suffers 1 wound. Here's how I'm going to play this. He cannot become sickened, so he cannot utilize that card. That's the end of his activation. Warrior Priest. So we fully explored. The alarm. Either discard 1 progress. Okay. We're gonna have to rest with the priest. You may exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy engaged with you. I'm gonna exhaust the goblin shaman, so he doesn't heal anyone. Plus he has 2 wounds incoming. And he only rolls 1 for his rest and 2 enemy die. So he can heal 1 wound. Actually, here, let's do this. I like to start with the enemies. Nemesis effect. Either discard 1 progress from the location or suffer 2 wounds. Now this is interesting because her next activation, probably gonna do explore. But if I risk not rolling a success, if I lose 1 progress, then we lose the campaign automatically. So I can't afford that. Either discard or suffer 2 wounds. So he's going to suffer 2 wounds. I know it sucks, but oh well. Then he's going to heal 1 for resting. So that's not too bad. Choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered. I tend to forget about that. Who wants to double go? I'm going to empower the priest himself. Because he's got a triple attack now. And a lot of enemies on his jock. Bright Wizard. She doesn't need a rest, so she's going to do an explore action. Doesn't matter what she rolls. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. There you go. Healing Potion. You may discard this card before or after a hero's activation for that hero to recover 4 wounds. And the way this is written, I believe, allows us to use it. Any hero can use it regardless of who's holding it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't necessarily like that, but it should say this hero's activation. And it doesn't. And there's no clarification in any of the FAQ. Nevertheless, draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 1 success for each wound suffered. I'm going to do it because we need some fire. And that's 2 wounds suffered. She's got her oaken circlet to take care of that. Ready all your actions. Okay. And then on to the enemy phase. Starting with Bright Wizard, she'll have to activate Snack Craggle. So he's going to inflict 1 wound. Alarm, you may either discard 2 progress from the location or spawn 1 exhausted enemy. Our good old friend the Giselle team. And then retreat and exhaust. Ironbreaker, Giant Wolf. Lacerate. If this enemy is engaged with you, become bleeding. Can't. Got the Night Cloak. Prey. This enemy engages the hero with the most wounds. 14, 11, 11. And then inflict 2 wounds. And then exhaust. Warrior Priest will activate this Clan Rat. 2 wounds. Advance, inflict. So he's all the way down to 9. Wow, we're getting our butts kicked. Nothing, nothing, and then back to him. Advance and inflict 1 more wound. It's at 8. And then all the enemies ready for the next round. Oh, when reveal plays this enemy in the shadows. They never activated, so they don't take any unstable wounds. Okay. That brings us to the location phase. We've got 9. At the end of the location phase, the party may collectively discard 2 progress to discard the lowest ranked non-nemesis enemy in play. That would be this Clan Rat. Collectively discard 2 progress. I think we could do that. Lighten the load. Yeah, let's do that. And then we put up the peril tracker to the green marker, which is, you've never seen such a big orc move so fast. Snack Craggle is nearly out of sight ahead of you. So he's running away going, If the location is not fully explored, Snack Craggle escapes and you lose. If the location is fully explored, the party travels. Wow, that would be a short quest. Okay, so the party travels. Sleeping Warren Lair. The denizens of this area appear to be asleep. A careful step could see you through without waking any. 8 progress. When the party travels to this location, the party leader rolls 2 enemy dice. Oh, that was lucky. For each success, spawn 1 additional enemy face down to the shadows. A hero may exhaust an action to re-roll 1 die. We got lucky there because, oh my gosh, this is a lot of enemies. So, now we spawn 1 engaged, a ghoul, undead elite ghoul, and 3 face down in the shadows. I guess there's no limit to how many enemies can be in the shadows. Now this is Warhammer Quest 95 right here. Jeez. Yowza. I think if we even if we defeat him, I don't think it changes anything. Except just getting him off the board. He's still in the Nemesis lair, and everything is the same in that regard. And you still trigger, you don't trigger his alarm, but you trigger his Nemesis effects still. Alright, so we have 2 rounds to do 8 uh, exploration progress. And the most enemies I've ever seen on the board. Okay, so this moves here. Dang. This is rough. I mean, how can we progress without dying from wounds? Let's see, 12 of 18, 8 of 21, starting with the Ironbreaker. You may engage up to 2 enemies. I think he's going to do aid, actually. Before this action, you may engage 1 enemy engaged with the target hero. If that enemy is not a nemesis, exhaust it. Yes, we will. Aiding the warrior priest. I'm going to exhaust the goblin shaman and pull him over here. And aid 2 dice plus 1 for the giant wolf. Critical. 2 more. Nemesis effect. Either discard 1 progress from the location or suffer 2 wounds. That would be this guy. Uh-oh. Oh god, I thought he only had 2 wounds. I was like, whoa, I made an oversight. Okay, so he's at 10. There are no progress to discard. The wolf doesn't attack. And we got 4 successes to give an aid. Explore. And attack. Aid, target here when you're ready 1 action, ready all of your actions. Okay. Don't have any success tokens to use the hand axe, which would be great to finish this guy off. And this flips. So, I'm going to let the warrior priest drink the healing potion. I swear some items say this hero, and some of them say a hero, and that leads me to believe that a hero means you can share it. For now, until I learn differently. I don't necessarily like it. Let's see, 6, 8, healing 4 wounds. So that'll bring him up to 12. Now we start his turn. And he's empowered. I'm gonna do, I think I might want to fight. You may engage 1 enemy. She can still fight. I'm gonna explore. Wait, that's 2 wounds he'd be taking. No, I'm gonna fight, I guess. You may engage 1 enemy. I'm gonna pull this off the Bright Wizard so she can open up her Powered Blast. He's empowered so it doesn't need to exhaust. Adding 2 successes. 3 dice. 2 enemy dice. Damn, the Nemesis effect again. Suffer 2 wounds. Back down to 10. And 2 damage incoming from 1 attack. He rolled 2 shields plus a bonus, so that's fine. And then successes, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the bonus from empowered, 5. And 2 targets. No, I forgot to do that. Sorry, obviously. So I'm going to exhaust. I'm going to exhaust this. It's my only option. To add 1 additional success and shield and target a second enemy. Clearly that was my intention. It was an oversight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just enough. Okay. That's discarded. Empowerment goes away. And that's that. Bright Wizard. She's going to attack. Not going to engage an enemy. She's going to use her ranged attack against Snack Craggle. I don't think he respawns. Come on. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll take the smug look off his face for a minute. Oh, wait. No. No. I'm sorry. There's no way. Apply 1 resilience to this enemy's resilience for each other readied enemy in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resilience? Hell no, I'm not attacking. Oh, also, she heals 1 wound from her Oaken Circlet. Starting again. That's easy enough to reset. Now if I still attack, I'm going to reroll. This is really tough. Okay, I think I'm going to do Flamestorm. Anyway, I'm going to target whoever is in these 2 spots. And I'm going to take a wound. This is crazy, but target the giant wolf too. Yeah, barely anything. 3 successes. Skeletal Horde, level 2, Giant Spider, Elite. Nasty. Let's see, Skeletal Horde, Undead. They feel no pain, they know no fear, and for each of us they kill, they grow stronger. That's what I love about skeletons. Apply -1 to its enemy's attack for each wound it has suffered. I think what I'm going to do, I target all 3 of these. I'm going to do 1 here. And 2 here, and that knocks down their attack power to 1, so that's not too bad. Okay, second activation, Ironbreaker. Explore. Only 2 successes. Man! 2 progress. We need 6 by the end of the next round. Draw 1 dungeon card. Healing Salve. Thank you. You may discard this card before or after a hero's activation for that hero to recover 2 wounds. You may discard this card before or after a hero's activation for that hero to recover 2 wounds. Draw a gear card. Weapon, melee, parrying dagger. During your attack action, if all of the target enemies are engaged with you, you may discard 1 success token to apply either 1 success or 2 shields. Weapon, melee. Now I think our gear limits 2 weapons, 1 armor. So he may well take it, although I don't know how useful it's going to be right now. You may discard this card. Let's see. He's got 10. He's got 10. I'm going to wait and see what happens in the next enemy phase. Okay, dungeon card, we did that. Okay. Now it is the enemy phase. Holy crap. Ironbreaker needs to activate one of the enemies in the shadows. Will activate Snack Craggle. Inflict 1 wound. Alarm. You may either discard 2 progress or spawn 1 exhausted enemy. Can't afford anything else. Skeletal Horde Elite. And then retreat. Warrior Priest. He's going to activate, exhaust 1 action. He's going to activate the Skeletal Horde Advance. Oh, they don't even attack during their activation, so that's it. Okay, Bright Wizard will activate the Giselle team, inflict 2 wounds. And then Unstable, they exhaust. Gigantic Spider is all that's... No, wait, there's a mystery one too. I'm gonna do Gigantic Spider, 2 wounds, inflict, ensnare if this enemy is in the shadows, exhaust 1 action. Rest, I suppose. Oh, victory condition. That would be smart to read. If Snack Craggle is defeated, resolve reward on the back of this sheet. That's a pretty clear objective. Jeez. This is crazy. Wow. What do we do? That is nuts. So ensnare, either rest or attack. I'm actually going to do his attack. And then retreat and exhaust. Then the warrior priest needs to activate this guy. Ghoul. Disease. If the enemy is engaged with you, become sickened. They're not. And then they advance. Then we ready all enemies. I was just about ready to take my opinion back that this game was brutally difficult, and I think I'm gonna hold off. But it's also, I feel like if I'm really on top of the, like, being familiar with how each round plays, it gives me that much more edge on actually being able to succeed. I feel like my opening strategy would just be to attack the crap out of Snack Craggle if possible, instead of exploring. But yeah, the only hope is at the very end of the tracker, there's one spot where you get you get 3 rounds to defeat him instead of 2. It goes 2, 2, 2, 3. So maybe that's the trick, is try and pace yourself all the way out to the end. Or at least that might be the only hope for us. Okay, so then the location phase. When the party travels in this location, do the thing. We already did it. Then we'll move the peril tracker up to a blank spot. And then we start the next round. Okay, we need to explore, right? Even though I can't really afford to explore. I'm going to attack, I think. You may engage 1 enemy. Giant spider. Oh wait, hold on. He can only attack 1 enemy unless he exhausts an additional action. I don't care for that. Oh, he's looking at 3. Whatever. I'm gonna explore. Do what we gotta do, I guess. 2 enemy die. 2 exploration die. Oh my god. Nemesis effect. Suffer 2 wounds. One incoming attack for 2. I got 1 shield here. I need those successes. So I'm not going to use my iron shield. We'll block 1, and we'll take 1 additional wound. He's at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts us at 7 progress. Out of 8. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Whisper of Tzeentch. A glimmer of magic shines in the air before you. A whispering voice offers you power for a price. You may suffer 1 wound to become empowered. He needs to be aided. I'm gonna not take that up, Zinch, but thanks for asking. Come by, stop by anytime. Alright, that's its first activation. Bright Wizard. Heal 1 wound. Oak Circlet. She's gonna explore. Nothing. That's why I didn't risk it. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Guarded Treasure Event. Shining valuables are littered throughout a nearby area, but foul creatures stand watch. You won't be able to grab any without them noticing. You may claim 2 gear cards if you do spawn 1 enemy. I don't think we can risk any more enemies right now, but thank you. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 1 success for each wound suffered. Yeah, she seems like the only one who can afford anything like that. Let's do it. And reset all your actions. I did that preemptively. Ironbreaker. Somebody needs to explore. He can't, it's exhausted, so he has to do aid. Before this action, you may engage 1 enemy engaged with the target hero. Then, if that enemy is a non-nemesis, exhaust it. I will. Pull this guy over and exhaust him. 2 enemy die. Aiding the warrior priest. Nice. Double attack. 4, 6 incoming damage. -1 is 5. 2 wounds left. Only 1 success token. And he can ready explore. I'm gonna put it on his explorer because we can't risk a flub. Aid, let's see, target hero may ready 1 action, ready all of your actions. And then he's gonna take the healing salve, please. 2 wounds. He's at 4. Warrior priest. Explore again. 1 enemy die. Okay, that's plenty. We're at 8. Progress. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Despair. The burdens of your quest lie heavily upon you. Suffer 1 wound, discard 1 success token, and exhaust 1 action. Wow. This is not a friendly place. Enemy phase. Starting with the warrior priest. Advance and exhaust. Bright Wizard. Who can afford to lose an action? Okay, she'll activate the gigantic spider. Inflict 2 wounds. Ensnare. She'll exhaust her rest action and retreat. Oh damn. I didn't see all these stacks of enemies here. Oh jeez. This is cool though. Like, I'm getting my butt kicked, but I'm still having fun. It's really cool. We'll do Goblin Shaman. Invoke Mork. All enemies recover 1 wound. Yikes. Then retreat. Warrior Priest will activate Snack Craggle. Inflict 1 wound. Alarm. We can't discard 2 progress, or else we lose the quest right now instead of later. Spawn 1 exhausted enemy. That would be on the warrior priest. An elite gunner runner. And then retreat. Bright Wizard. Giselle team. 2 more wounds. Ouch. And unstable. And then one more. Skeletal horde advance. Okay. Then all the enemies ready. It's interesting when the enemies don't have an inflict. Like the skeletal horde has this nasty 4 attack, but all they do is basically impede your ability to act. And that's like, it really actually invokes this oppressiveness of a skeletal horde. It's great. This game is very well designed. And I've never played the original Warhammer Quest, but I've heard it's brutal. Like, you can just automatically die. Like, it kind of has that original Doom feeling where you open a door and there's like 50 enemies and you're dead. Or like the ceiling, oh, don't step on that spot. The ceiling came down and killed you instantly, you're dead. Start over. Okay. So then we're on the location. Nothing happens there. And then to the peril tracker up to the next green spot. You have never seen such a big orc move so fast. Snap Craggle is nearly out of sight ahead of you. If the location is fully explored, the party travels. More enemies. There is no final location. There's no, like, special final location in this one, which makes sense now. Dark fissure, cave. The shadowy pit reeks of animal carcasses and filth. It is clearly the lair of some dangerous beast. At the end of the location phase, the party leader may exhaust one action. If they do not, they spawn one enemy. 8 progress. We've got 2 rounds. Oh, and then spawn enemies. 1 engaged, torchbearer, a ghoul, and then 3 in the shadows. 1, 2, 3, running out of room. There's gotta be no limit on how many enemies can be in the shadows. I guess if I were to try and nerf this game, that would probably be where I started, is I would put a limit to how many enemies could be in the shadow zone. Or I guess on the board. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is insane. Welcome to Warhammer Quest. Okay, then this is moving here. Bright Wizard. First thing she's gonna do is heal from Oaken Circlet. So his resilience right now would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the enemy pool never you just, once you run out of cards, you just shuffle it back. Bright Wizard is going to attack. Looks like a fine day to die. We're gonna target this ghoul and this skeletal horde. 3 attack dice, no enemy dice. 1 crit. Come on, double. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough. Wait, I'm gonna do 3 on this, because then they only inflict 1 wound. 4, 5, and I'll take this guy down. Oh, I'm sorry. Once again. Okay, what just happened? There was a ghoul here and a skeletal horde here, and I got 5 successes. And 3 here, 2 here. Took the ghoul out. Out to lunch. Alright. Ironbreaker. He's going to rest. Hopefully it's not a mistake. Exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy. 1 wound and heal 2. So he's only going to heal 1 wound. That was not worth it. Wait, he got a shield. So, sorry, getting ahead of myself. So, heal 2 wounds. Wow, 6 hit points. Warrior Priest. No one aged him, so all he can do is rest. You may exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy. Okay, well that's good. Same deal over here. Oh, the nemesis effect, how wonderful. Suffer 2 wounds and heal 1, so he loses a wound. Choose 1 hero to become empowered. The dwarf. Bright Wizard. So it's the enemy phase. Starting with the Bright Wizard, she only has 5 hit points. We have no expiration. Progress. 4 hit points, 5 hit points, 6 hit points. Wow. We'll do Snack Craggle. Inflict 1. Alarm. Exhaust. 1 exhausted enemy spawns another Goblin Shaman. Ironbreaker. Advance. Warrior Priest. Advance. Bright Wizard again. Invoke Mork. All enemies heal 1 wound. Ironbreaker. Inflict 2 wounds. Ensnare. Exhaust 1 action. Attack. And retreat. Warrior Priest. Inflict. He's at 2 hit points. And unstable. Bright Wizard. Flip over this guy. Skeletal Horde. Advance. Ironbreaker. Activate this guy. Workboy. Advance. And Warrior Priest. Activate this guy. Clan Rats. Advance. And inflict 1 wound. He's at 1 hit point. Now the maximum you can have on you is 3. So we're about there. Location. At the end of the location phase, the party leader may exhaust 1 action. If they do not, they spawn 1 enemy. Let's exhaust an action. Aid. Move the peril tracker up. Nothing happens there. Oops, forgot to ready these guys. And then the next activation, hero activation. Starting with the Ironbreaker, he's empowered, so he's going to explore. 3 and 3. Oh, he doesn't have to exhaust that. The Nemesis effect does 2 wounds. He's at 2. The highest attack power attacks, that would be 2. This guy only attacks with 1 because he's 3 damage. That would be 2 wounds coming in. He has 1 bonus defense. So that's 1 wound. And 4 progress on the location out of 8. If we don't get there, we automatically lose. We're looking at either way. That's okay. Draw 1 dungeon card. Clear the whole board. Perilous Path event. The ground is unsteady, ready to give way at any moment. It appears to lead towards the way out, however. You may add 2 progress to the location if you do roll 1 enemy die. On a success, suffer 1 wound and become bleeding. That is real tricky. I'm not going to do it. I have a different idea. In fact, I'm going to put that on the bottom. With his ability, you can just put it on the bottom because I might want to do that later. It's the end of his activation. Then it's the warrior priest. He's going to aid the Iron Breaker. 3 and 3. Nemesis effect. 2 wounds. He's dead. Or I can discard 1 progress. We'll do that. Wait. I guess we have to. Well, I guess I'll just sneak ahead here and see if we can defend ourselves anyway. 2 enemies attack. That's 3 incoming damage. 1 here. And if I discard 1 success, I can apply 2 shields. Okay, so what I'm going to do, for the Nemesis effect, I'll discard 1 progress rather than taking 2 wounds. 3 incoming damage. Discard 1 success with the Iron Shield. That gives me 3 shields to block all of the incoming damage. And leaves me with 2 successes on the aid over here. I'm going to have him ready his arrest. We'll put 2 successes on his explorer. You and the target each recover 2 wounds. 3 and 3. Bright Wizard. She's going to heal 1 wound with the Oaken Circlet and explore. A critical and a shield. Starting with the Nemesis effect, so there'll be 3 incoming damage. She should be able to get out with 1 health. So she's going to take 1 wound rather than removing 1 progress from the exploration. 3 incoming wounds. 1 is blocked. She takes 2 damage. And 1 progress on the location. Draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Ancient altar. You stumble across the small but beautiful altar to some long-forgotten god. His disciples no doubt abandoned this quite some time ago, but is it possible he's still listening? You may exhaust 1 action to become empowered. I don't have any actions to exhaust. You may suffer up to 2 wounds to claim 2 successes. I don't think so. Ready all your actions. Oh, forgot to flip this. Iron Breaker, final activation. He's going to explore. Put these 2 in the pool. 3 dice and 3 enemy dice. Two incoming attack. 2 and 4. 1 shield. That's 3 wounds. He doesn't have any success tokens to discard in order to buff his shield, so he's going to fall. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 progress on the location. That's enough to put us at 8. I'm going to go ahead and resolve the rest of his card before he falls. Draw one dungeon card, put it on the bottom. Healing Salve. You may discard this card before or after hero's activation, recover 2 wounds. We're going to just go ahead and use it right now, because it seems like fate. And then also pull a gear card. Armor Light. Apply +2 to your health value. Before your rest action, you may exhaust another action card to apply +1 successes. So we're gonna, in this pinch, we're gonna swap out the Night Cloak for that to add 2 wounds to his total. Why? Because this is more interesting. That is the #1 job of a GM, is to ensure that everyone is having a good time and to make things interesting. And I'm my own worst GM in the way of I tend to be really hard on myself. But this game is very difficult, especially this round. Okay, so that's the end of the hero phase. Now the enemies activate. Probably not going to survive anyway. Starting here, advance. Warrior Priest. Advance. Bright Wizard. I don't think I remembered to heal. I didn't remember to heal these skeletons all these times, I think. Foot of Gork. Foot of Gork. If this enemy is in the shadows, you suffer equal damage. So the Goblin Shamans have different abilities. Maybe I have been doing it right. I don't know. Let's see. We'll just do this. Advance. The Elite has a different ability. That's really cool. I didn't realize that. Here, advance. Here, advance, inflict. That's 1 wound. Goblin Shaman, Foot of Gork. If this enemy in the shadows, you suffer damage equal to its attack value and become sickened. And then retreat. Ironbreaker, Ghoul. Disease. If the enemy is engaged with you, becomes sick. And then advance. That exhausts. Here, inflict 2 wounds. He dies. Or he falls, or whatever. Skirmish. If this enemy is engaged with you, become bleeding. Scurry. So, he's just gonna move here, exhaust. And then these enemies are all going to move here and exhaust too. Bright Wizard. 2 wounds. Wow. We'll do Snack Craggle. Inflict 1. Alarm. Spawn an exhausted enemy. There is none, so he can't take any more, so he automatically takes the 1 wound. And then retreat. Ironbreaker. Inflict 2. And exhaust 1 action. Bright Wizard. Invoke Mork. All enemies recover 1 wound. And then retreat. And then here, Giselle team, 2 wounds. He is out of action. And then they exhaust. So then, these guys are both out of action. That means all these enemies are in the shadows. Pretty sure we did not win this one. Just trying to play it out the way it would play out here. Location phase. At the end of the location phase, the party leader may exhaust one action. If they do not, they spawn an enemy. Okay, well, I guess I'll exhaust aid. And then the peril tracker moves up. If the location is fully explored, the party travels. Final location: abandoned mines, ruins. Long since abandoned, but the dwarves build to last. Some useful treasures may have survived the ages. At the end of the location phase, the hero may exhaust 2 actions to claim 1 gear card, limit once per quest. 9 progress. Okay, now she's the torchbearer. So we lost. She can't take all that damage. I guess she'll attack here and this guy since he's kind of hanging out close. Three incoming wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since she falls and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She burns up these guys both on her exit. Okay, so we have failed defeat. If Snack Crackle escapes, or if all heroes are defeated, resolve penalty on the back of this sheet. Ha ha ha! The cunning old orc laughs at you, standing safely out of reach. If you can't even catch me, you're gonna get smashed when War Boss Gara comes for your town. The orc makes a rude gesture and lopes off. Add Snack Craggle to the campaign pool. Ooh, he is brutal, man. That concludes Quest 3 in Pursuit. Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. That was insane. And that's how this game can be. I'm most familiar with the first 2 quests, and I think that's why I was able to do pretty well on them. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me if you did. And perhaps I'll be able to play the last 2 quests. We'll see what time permits. Cheers. Until next time.